Hey guys, what's bussin'? Today we're gonna make a chicken parmy from scratch. It was a pretty big undertaking. I'm starting the sauce because it's gonna take the longest. I started with 8 tomatoes and put a small cut in the bottom to help the skin come off. The internet assures me the cut helps the skin come off properly, but we'll find out in a little bit. I'm cutting up some simple vegetables, garlic, 2 onions. That's more than enough. Now that's done, the tomatoes have been boiling for long enough. I started by trying to cut the stem part out of one in a bowl, and it was less optimal because I hadn't let these cool. I then used a cutting board and it was way easier. I'm just cutting the stem bit off and chucking them in a bowl. In a saucepan, brown some onions. I've added a bit of extra oil to help them brown properly. With a wooden spoon, crush up the tomatoes until they're all less chunky. Now that the onions are browned, dump in the tomato and the garlic. I've also added some thyme, oregano, and then at the last minute I decided to put in some parsley. You also want to add in a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar and a little bit of olive oil. I think it's a tablespoon, the big one of the 2 in the drawer. This is going to take about half an hour to cook down, so you probably want to find something else to do. I was going to play some games, but I figured I should work on the chicken instead. Start by cutting the chicken in half. Give it a tap with a hammer to tenderize and make it evenly thick. I used a bit of plastic because I didn't want to have to wash the hammer afterwards. Next you want to set up to crumb. Start with 2 eggs in a bowl. Whisk with fork. You'll also want a plate with some flour. I just used plain flour. And another plate for the panko crumbs. It's pretty simple from here. Just dip in the flour, dip in the egg, dip in the panko. Easy. You're going to want to fry up your bacon before you get ready to shallow fry the chicken, otherwise you'll end up having to wash up 2 fry pans. I don't know much about oil, but a friend of mine said to shallow fry in vegetable oil. I bought the cheapest one. I don't know what temperature the oil is, I just set it to high and I'm frying for 3 minutes or until it looks good. The sauce is looking pretty good, so I've turned it off and it's just keeping warm. With the chicken done, it's time to assemble the parmy. Grab a tray with 2 pieces of baking paper on it to save on the mess, and then just start layering it. Chicken, bacon, sauce, cheese. The cheese I've got is mozzarella and a little bit of parmesan. You just want a nice coat, not too much, people always go overboard with cheese. Oven at 180. 15 minutes, looks pretty good. You want to pick a side. I didn't have a side planned, so I used some of this spinach. It was 3 days out of date, so I binned it. My friend started hanging some shit on me in Discord while I was cooking, so I decided to change my side from salad to something else. I don't think this was right either. possibly in a different scenario. Gatorade will have to do. This was actually pretty good. Got a little cross-section view. The chicken was moist. I know you people don't like that, but it was good. And it tasted actually amazing. It was so amazing, I forgot to wave at the camera and take a display picture for this video. Anyway, if you enjoyed, subscribe. Okay, bye.